Relax and let your mind unwind. Step inside, leave stress behind. Positive vibes and talk so wise. Say your affirmations, reach the skies. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. That your vibe feels so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Got your vibe shining bright. Vibing with TC tonight. Lift your voice, let it sound. Good vibrations all around. Every word, every line makes your spirit start to shine. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. Catch a vibe, feel so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Catch a vibe, shining bright.
What is up, y'all? Hey, y'all. Look, I'm still working. I'm still working on my channel. And the more I learn about this streaming app, the more I get used to it. But I still have to play around with it a little bit. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a beautiful Tuesday. I hope that everyone is doing their positive affirmations. I will be starting to post them again. I know I put a lot of positive stuff on my community wall. So I am going to come back with the positive affirmations myself. I just have to find the time. My job got me, so whatever. Then I decided to do my own 30-day challenge, low sugars, high protein, low carbs. So I need to kind of focus on that too. So I started on Monday, so I will complete it on October the 8th. Hey, my sister Vet, how you doing? My beautiful, I am Glenn. How you doing? I am Glenn. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Share this live. Y'all. Look, I still got on my workout clothes because this is what I did. I broke up my cardio today because I said, well, I wasn't gonna work out yesterday because usually when you start something, you don't want to put too much on yourself. And then everybody had that stigma of starting on a Monday. I'm working and listening. Okay. Thank you, Miss. Thank you for even coming in, Miss Glenn. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. I really do. I just don't know. I hope everybody is been doing a positive affirmation every day. Every day, do a positive affirmation. I know sometimes life can get hectic and you can be attacked from all areas, but I still want y'all to have a healthy mental, also a healthy body. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be small to be healthy. You don't. But you do want to maintain so you don't get sickness and you don't get illnesses all the time. If you are certain if you're careful with the properties that you put in your body, you should be good, right? So also, I like I said, I started a regimen. So I started my walking today. So on my lunch break, because I have an hour, I did 23 minutes on my lunch break. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got off, I did another 23 minutes. Broke it up like that. Start baby steps. Baby steps. It's positive when I wake up every day. Every single day that he gave you another day. another day to make it better, right? Another day to make it better. I always say that. He always gonna look out for his people. He always gonna look out for his people. I'm glad y'all are in here. Thank y'all. I'm gonna drop my Cash App for you ones who would like to bless my channel. You're just a blessing being in here. But if I haven't learned anything from Mora and my cousin, they always say promote yourself. They always say promote yourself. So Faith Walking with Dr. Jess. Hey, Faith Walking with Dr. Hey, Dr. Jess, how are you? How are you? I'm glad y'all are in here. I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. So I do have enough people in here. Hey, Miss Rashida. Hey, sis. I don't know why I always like to put the miss in front of y'all name. You know what? It's just all about how I grew up and how my mama taught me is ma'am, miss, or missus, or you know what I'm saying? You just don't be calling. Y'all could be the same age as me. I just do it. You know, I do people on my job like that too. And they say, why you always do that? Just a habit. Just a habit. Just a habit. But I know y'all see my title because you know I don't be on here too long, whatever. But make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all have not subscribed to the channel. I don't know how to. Well, I can pin it, I guess. But then will that take? I can put it on the screen, but then I can hide it too, right? I'm still learning, y'all. So don't judge a sister, okay? Okay. Some channels, okay. So welcome in. Welcome in, my Vybyrz. I said I'm gonna start calling y'all my Vybyrz since it's Vibing with TC. I got a new theme song. I learned how to do it, so I'm gonna play with that a little bit too, because it's slow and it's mellow. I liked it. I didn't want it all hip hoppy and vulgar. So you know what I'm saying. But I thought that was cute. I thought the song was cute. You just put in little lyrics. It's really cute. Hey, Laconda's my sister. Look at Miss Laconda's in here. How you doing? Thank you, Miss Glenn. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. And thank y'all for y'all support. Can't wait to see y'all, whoever is going on that trip next month, because I will be there with bells on. And I may have something special for y'all that I am trying to launch, but I want y'all to try it. So I will let y'all be trying it for the free. Hey, Uniqua, how you doing, beautiful? What's going on? I appreciate you, Miss Lacondas. You are so beautiful. Okay, so y'all, I know y'all see my title. Why are women more? I said women. Why are women more forgiving than men? I want to rap with y'all today because I want some interaction on this. I don't want to be always talking, because I know us as women, we often ask ourselves this question. And then we do have the answer to it ourselves. But I would like to know, what would be your answer for that question? Yes, that's me. That's me. Thank you, Bet. But why are women more forgiving than men? Why? Look, see, I don't even learn how to do the little background. Like, you see, look, let me tell you something. If y'all into trying to start your channel or build your channel, and you're into content creating and you want to get into content creator, let me tell you something about Miss Amore. Her class was very insightful. I took so many notes, and I am definitely, it was worth it. Let me just say that it was worth it. She was so detailed. She showed us how to do things. So I'm trying to revamp. So I want her to, one day to come see my lives and see all the stuff that she's taught me thus far. And I appreciate her. So shout out to Miss Amora for the class. The class. So if you're thinking about getting into content creating, take one of her classes. Okay. Okay. You said, I am not coming because my family will be there 8 days prior to the girls' trip. We are hitting all the theme parks. You know what? And those theme parks, because you know what? Every year I used to take my kids. I think we went like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Mama Three. How you doing? Mama Three, ain't you a mom, right? You a mom, right? Okay. Yeah, those theme parks and what their favorite theme park was Islands of Adventure. So we used to just rent the house with the pool and stuff attached. We just used to do that. You know what I'm saying? Rent that old whole house so the kids would have a game room and inside. But we used to stay at Islands of Adventure all day, and I just used to buy them the bands because they'll separate from me. Be like, no, we've been. I'd be like, look, keep your phones on you. I would give them the bands so they could eat in the park all day. Like they had certain restaurants that they can go to and eat all day. We would start at 10. We didn't leave till the park was almost closed. That means you better eat on up. You know what I'm saying? Wear that band out because the band is pricey. But it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? And the kids always had a good time. So y'all don't have a Islands of Adventure is my favorite. Yes, I like the Dr. Seuss part of it because my son was younger than the girl, so he had to stay with me and he hated it. But Dr. Seuss Land, he liked it. He wished he could have got on bigger rides, but at the time he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sis. Hey, Sean. What's going on, girl? Hey, Miss Nateria. Thank y'all for coming in here. I appreciate it. Okay, so y'all tell me. 12. Yes. Yes, Miss Glenn. Miss Glenn. Yes. You say I prefer Airbnb because you can be in the pool without worrying about it close. You see what I'm saying? Have fun but at the pool all night. Have a little cocktail, just have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? But back to the question at hand. Why are women more forgiving than men? Why? Why do y'all think so? Why? Hey, Miss Dee Dee. Hey, BM Zanzi. What's going on, beautiful? Y'all make sure y'all tap that like button on the way in. I'm going to drop my cash up again. Hey, my cousin. What's going on? Thank y'all for coming in. Y'all are really doing something to my soul today. And because once you start, you get sometimes your emotions be all over the place when you start a new regimen. You know what I'm saying? So this me cut my carbs down, low carbs. And cousin, I'm gonna need to holler at you because I need to get some of those workout videos sent to me. If I had to pay for them, I will. Okay. So when you start out, when you stop something and you start it out again, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's just, you have to get your body back. Driving and listening, talking, taking mental notes. Okay. She said she's taking mental notes. Double tap that screen. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Women think with emotions, men think in logic. Oh, cousin. We love our peace. You said because of Mama Three said because we love our peace. Cousin said because women think with emotions and men think in logic. Now I want you to kind of explain that. I already did. I already did. Hey, Sip and Laugh. Hey, Latricia. Hey, Tamique. Sage, here's my boo thing in here. I appreciate that. My thing is a little lax. I don't know why, but Hopefully it'll catch up. Hopefully it'll catch up. But this is the thing. This is what I want to say to that. I feel like women, and you know, we do think with our emotions. You get what I'm saying? We do. And I think that with that being said, with us thinking with our emotions, um, I think we're just general nurturers. Majority of women. I'm just gonna say, a lot of women are not nurturers. I'm not saying all women are nurturers, but a lot of women are nurturers, right? And I'm just typing something. Um, Hold on. Got y'all. A lot of women are nurturers. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we tend to forgive easily. We do. We tend to, women measure things by how they feel, men measure in facts. Yeah, we do measure things on how we feel, and men measure things in facts. But, like, just say, for instance, I'm going to use an example. I have a man and he cheated, and I can forgive him for cheating. And my forgiveness is stemmed on my emotions and my love for him, right? You know, that is stemmed on my love for him. However, um, because he see that it was easy for me to be so forgiving, he does it again. He does it again. So, hi, projecting peacock. Welcome in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. So he does it again. And I forgive him again. And he does it again. That means I'm looking retarded, right? I'm looking retarded. Women say, think you're wrong because men say, in doing this action, you were wrong. I just had an episode like that, cousin. But it was like, because of the nurturer I was forgiving. And I accepted something. You know what I'm saying? And I accepted it again. But the third time, I'm not going to be accepted. But, you know, I may forgive you once, I may forgive you twice. But the third time, nah, right? You said no cheating is a huge deal breaker for me. One time, because in my mind, it should be no one after me. That's a good one, Sean. But just say, for instance, the other guy, your guy cheated, right? You forgave him, right? But then you kissed the guy, because it's still, they will still consider that cheating. But your guy went all the way with the person, like had sex, all that, and you were able to forgive them. But you turned around and just kissed the guy, and he found out about it. But he was ready to nail you to the cross for that kiss. But you was able to forgive him for the infidel, for him even, having sex and doing the whole 9 yards. Why? Why do you think? Why do you think guys would? Because it's like the same thing. It's both considered cheating, right? So I feel like if I was forgiving to you, why can't you be forgiving to me? You said that's my deal breaker. Married 27 years, and at any point, it's a deal breaker. Now, cheating is a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Would y'all consider kissing is would you consider kissing cheating? Let me see what y'all say. We see potential regardless of the actions. Hold on, because I want to read that. You said we see potential regardless of the actions being displayed. We see their faults, but also see what could be, not realizing he has to want the potential just as much as we do. Dr. Jess, that's a good one. That's a good statement because you equally have to both want it, or you equally have to. I say sometimes with us as women, we tend to love harder. I'm just saying, I'm not saying guys don't do it. I'm just saying, let's say the majority rules here. Women love harder than men. We do. So, but I want a love, or we deserve a love that's equal to our love of the way that we're loving. You have to show the same type of love that I'm showing you, if that makes any sense. So, with that being said, with someone who is not just as forgiving as you, I just think that it's a cliche. I feel like sometimes we put ourselves on a back burner for our partners. And I'm not saying everybody does it, but we all as women, we've all done it. You know what I'm saying? We would put ourselves on a back burner for people that we love, right? But as soon as in your partner makes one mistake, you are ready to forgive it because that's the way you love. However, if you make one mistake, your partner is not so forgiving. Why? You said who cheated first? No one cheated. I'm not a runner because I know that wasn't perfect either. Yeah, I know you wasn't perfect either. If I kiss someone, I will walk away myself because if I get to that point, it was already bad. Sis, that was excellent because I would do the same thing. If I'm already out there and I'm already trying to put my lips on another dude or whatever, no matter what the situation is, I'm going to apologize for it. But guess what? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away because I feel like this in dynamics like that. Um, if you don't have a partner that is not willing to forgive you like you forgive them, it's not gonna work anyway. I just feel like sometimes men have a way of trying to make you feel bad for your mistakes, but they want you to brush over their mistakes, right? Regardless of what it is. And if you make a mistake like that, they will really feel like you're vile. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it real. And it's, to me, I just feel like it couldn't get right after that. Not unless y'all did some kind of counseling. You know what I mean? Because he's not going to be able to forget that you put your lips on another guy. You get what I'm saying? You said yes, kissing is cheating because it leads to sex. Yes. Yes, kissing is cheating, and emotional connection is cheating as well. Yes, projecting. That's a good one too. But I just want to know, why do we feel like, or why do y'all feel like we as women have to be the more forgiving? Because that's the way it goes. So why do y'all feel like we have to be the more forgiving ones? I just want to know that because sometimes in situations when you can't come out of them, um, you're kind of stuck in an area to where, should I work it out or should I stay and be miserable and keep being forgiving? Or should you get yourself out of that position and make sure you align yourself with a understanding partner just as understanding as you? What y'all think? Hey, Simply Toya, thank you for coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make that sure y'all hit that like button. I don't know who that is. Sorry, y'all. My other phone. If I'm not connected to you, I will not be kissing you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to see. Said CC in the situation who cheating first, man or woman. Okay. Say that a man cheated first. Projecting. Say that a man cheated first and you forgive him. You can look over it. Y'all can go back to regular scheduled program, all that, right? But y'all back on the same page. But then guess what? You end up cheating. But he don't want to forgive you. What you gonna do? If he don't want to forgive you, what you gonna do? What are you going to do? That's all I'm saying. I don't think we have to be, but some women rather tolerate to have a man. Mm. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to admit that I wouldn't say that um I tolerated it, but I was in a marriage, right? And although it wasn't physical, to me, I just felt like even if you actually are texting and, good morning, beautiful to another woman, and, you getting pictures sent to you, not nudies, but just pictures of how to, whatever, what she had on or whatever. I feel like that's cheating because it is mental. It is a connection there. But he didn't want to forgive me for even having male friends. He's better now, but it was horrible. You know what I mean? So I couldn't even have male friends. I couldn't even have male friends. But he was flirting with people on his job, and but usually when that happens, that means if a person is really trying to control the situation in that aspect, you should already know they're doing something they ain't got no business, right? Yeah. Hold on. You said this conversation not for me because my mom and dad been married 35 years and things happen, but they still standing strong. Okay. So what about you, Tommy, though? What about you? What do you think? Hey, Jamaica, I don't know if I spoke. You going with your kisser? This is my thing. I feel like Sean. And I like that she brought that point up because I feel like if it gets to the point of me wanting to step out on you, it's already bad. Like I've already left. And usually that's how women are. We mentally check out first. My body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. I understand that song. I understand it because I may still be here in the flesh, body form, or whatever, but my mind not here with you if I'm thinking about another guy or I'm kissing another guy. That means it's already, you know what I'm saying? It's already gone. Like I'm already uninterested. Yeah. Yeah. You say you just can't do it. Um, hold on, let me see. Uh no. Okay, you said, I think every person has a level of boundaries. Some cut it at the start, others let it grow. Tell, okay, you said others let it grow till it forces them to cut it off. Yeah, yeah. I mean, some people tolerance is cutthroat. Like, this is me. And this is just a rule of thumb. This is just my rule of thumb. I always give a person 90 days to show themselves to me. Why? Because usually in my 90 days, the universe is going to show me who you are. Whether you send your representative to me or not. And usually in the 40 days, I would say sometime I know before the 90 days, but I have to allow myself the 90-day grace, right? I have to allow myself the 90-day grace to um, give you that space to either you're going to change your behaviors or this is just who you are, right? So I have to give myself 90 days to either I'm going to accept your behaviors or I'm going to have to let you go at the end of the 90 days. But the 90 days, even though I may find out before the 90 days, it kind of helps me uh, not be so emotionally attached. You know how when you break up with somebody and it's just a abrupt breakup, uh, we surely get emotionally attached. So we're gonna hurt, we're gonna cry, we're gonna do all that. But if I give myself those 90 days, it gives me time to kind of refocus my emotions so I don't be all over the place. So I already may know within the 45 days, they ain't gonna make it, right? So I just give myself the mental for the 90 days. So when I do say, hey, I can't do this no more, I've already know in my mind that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I can kind of carry on my life as I plan regularly without being an emotional wreck for the breakup. I don't know. Everybody don't do it like that. Everybody don't do it like that, but that's how I do it. Mama 3 said we believe they won't do it again and they can't stand the thought of another man touching their woman. No guy does. That's why I'm saying why. Hey, Miss Amora, how you doing? I was just talking about you in your class. I told these people they need to take a content creator class. Amora's your girl, baby. Stop playing. And you see, I'm working with my backgrounds. I'm still doing this. I even got the theme music. Thank you, Miss Amora. It was worth every damn cent. But sometimes we as women become emotionally attached. So I always give myself the 90 days to, okay, get my emotions in check. By then, I'm already went through the process of healing. So that's why I give myself 90 days. Because usually in those 90 days, you'll know, like I said, I know within 40 days, if you're gonna make it or not. So that's why I give you 90 days. So the other days, the other 45 days, gives me time to kind of start my healing journey. So I won't be emotional wreck when we break up. But I still want to know why are women more forgiving? I know that we're nurturers. I know that we're nurturers, but why do we always have to be more forgiving than men? Why? 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 I think if he cheats and you forgive him, he will do it again. So I cannot trust you. And that's usually how it goes. That's why I say, with us being more nurturing than a guy and us loving a little bit harder, um, and we forgive, it usually happens again, don't it? But as soon as we do something, we can make a call or we can get a text or anything. The guy is ready to hang us to the cross like Jesus. Why? Why, when it's like they've really took you through the ringer with cheating? So why? Why are we so more? Why are we more forgiving? Why are men not forgiving? I'm still looking for an answer. I'm gonna try to see if we're gonna line up. You said even just getting emotionally attached is cheating. Wow. So even if you get emotionally attached to another guy, that's cheating to you, Mama 3? Lisa, I got some interesting answer. You said can only forgive the first cheating of it happening again. Clearly, there are deeper issues going on. Either way, the second time, I am out. I'm with you with that, BM Zazi. I'm with you with that. I am with you with that. But what do y'all think? That doesn't determine if they're going to do it again because they do it once. I mean, this is me. When you've been through something and you go through something, sometimes you could speak on it kind of so I'll just always use me as an example. My husband don't care because he's doing the work that he needs to do, but he was a repeat offender, and we spent the block like about 3 times, 4 times. We was together a total of like 6 or 7 years. But it was like I kept because he was like he got better. But I can see if it was him making different mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like minute, but they were the same mistakes over and over again. Like you still ain't learned. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you can't I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I would say I'm not gonna say once a cheater, always a cheater, but once a cheater, always a cheater. to me, to me, just to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you forgive them. And I don't know. I don't know. That's a tricky one. But you do leave mentally before physically. I can tell you that for sure. You do leave mentally before physically. I can tell you that for sure. Um, we tend to check out because at this point we've poured into a person for so long or entrusted our hearts to a person, and it's like they didn't care. Because a person who really cares about your heart and your feelings, it's not going to be so easy for them to break it. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I feel, you have to make sure that you're keeping your emotions, you have to keep your emotions um, aligned with the person that you choose to be with. Their emotions have to be in line with yours as well. You get what I'm saying? But with guys, and I'm still seeing if trying to see if I see it, you say yes. When you start entertaining inappropriate conversations with others, that's a no-go for me because that's letting me know that if the opportunity presents itself, you would take it. Hmm, Jamaica. That's a good one. Not necessarily though. Not necessarily though. I mean, it could be that one time that you are feeling vulnerable. You could be vulnerable to a certain situation because you are going through things at home. Doesn't mean you're going to cross the line all the way. But, because sometimes with us, we do have consciences. Most women who love their situation or love the person does have a conscience. However, they can be entertaining to other people, but doesn't mean they're going to go all the way. That's just my take on that. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they're gonna go all the way, but it has been instances to where it has gone all the way because they like the conversation that they're hearing that they're not getting at home, right? Or with their partner, right? BM Zanzi said, I can't you said I can almost forgive anything except cheating, especially if sex was involved. I love myself too much to jeopardize my health for a reckless person. I agree. And then, when you get older, you get more mature, you basically already know what you want in your mate, right? You know what you want in your mate, and you want your mate to kind of be in line with the things that you need from them because you're basically going to align yourself with the things they need from you. Not saying that compromise is not going to happen because that's going to be in any relationship. You do have to compromise as long as you're not compromising yourself. So if you're not compromising yourself, I believe that, because sometimes cheating, that's a tough pill to swallow when you actually love someone. You get what I'm saying? You say, yes, indeed. Thanks. And you are welcome. Thank you, Miss Amora. I love you, girl. Can't wait to see you next month. Hey, Susanya, what's going on, baby? Thank you, Miss Amora. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all. I'm putting Laconda. You said, hey, other sisters. Oh, okay, she's speaking. She's speaking. You said keep going. Jamaica said yes, yes. The more the go is real. Hey, Lacondas. Everybody's speaking. I love that. You said because women look at the potential of a man instead of looking at what they are present. Whew. Someone said it. We look at the potential of the guy and not what they present. That's what I was looking for. That's why women are more forgiving than men. Because we do look at the potential. We look at the potential of the guy, thinking that we can fix them, actually. We thinking we can fix them into what we need out of them. Yeah. Instead of looking at what they coming in with. Because let me tell you something about red flags. You get them early. We just choose to ignore them because we see a vision for ourselves that we want in this particular person, right? So now that we see the potential in the guy, we ignore all the flags that we see before we see them, right? I mean, before we see all the red flags, but we ignore them because we so gung ho on being with this person because we feel like this is the person of our dreams. So we're gonna be more forgiving. We're gonna be more forgiving than men. We just are. I just think it's in our nature with that. But I was look. That's why she's the go. That's why she's the go. But yes, that is exactly what I was looking for. We look at the potential in not only our men, but other people. Other people. We look at the potential in other people as well. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that our feelings are, they are in line with the person that we choose to be with. We have to think about the sacrifice for the both of us. We both have to make sacrifices. So I feel like one sacrifice shouldn't be bigger than the other sacrifice. So when it comes to us being more forgiving, I think that we should put that on a shelf and be like, we both have to understand each other equally. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And you said it's definitely a double standard. It definitely is a double standard. Why, we forgive. That definitely is Miss Lacondas. You said we also trying to fix things and make everything all right, but I'm not the girl. Miss Glenn. Miss Glenn, you always say that. You be having me cracking up. Miss Glenn says she ain't the one or the two. Like, I'm not gonna understand you if you ain't understanding me. And that's where I'm at with it. If you want me to understand where you come from, you want me to understand your shortcomings, then you're gonna have to understand some of my shortcomings too. Because I'm human just like you human. I just feel like sometimes the male complex, they don't see uh how things that they do can affect us in the long run and who we choose to be in our future. You get what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I agree with you, Miss Glenn. I don't see the women are. I don't see that women are more forgiving. You don't, Tommy. You don't see that women are more forgiving. Come on, Tommy. I think women I think that we put up with a way much more than men do. I think we do, Tommy. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I think that women we put up with a lot more than men do. I think we have it the hardest only because we already have a stigma on our back anyway. You know what I mean? But I feel like men, um, they not. I don't agree with that, Tommy. I think women are more forgiving than men, and I just say that because we do take a lot of stuff. Some of us take abuse. Some of us take cheating. Some of us take just say the guy don't have a job, but we want to make everything okay in the house, and we know that in order for the house to run properly, we need both the incomes. But we'll understand that they can't find a job and don't worry about it, babe. I got it. And don't worry about this, don't worry about that when they need to be the man of the house. But then they don't want us to show our masculine energy to them, but they want to be the king of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yes, that's cheating, Mama Three. I am Glenn. I said the same thing or more. Yes. Hey, my beautiful. Hey, G Dub. Hey, sis. What's going on? Mr. Moore said, fuck that potential. At our old age, we need to start entertaining men who are looking for a commitment and not just a piece of ASS. That's how I feel. And if I have to be single, oh my, that's just how I feel. Like I feel like, I'm in an age now to where I can't keep forgiving you for your shortcomings. But if I make one mistake, you know what I'm saying? You you acting like the Tasmanian devil. I'm just not gonna do that in my old age. I can't. You know what I mean? My energy is not gonna let me do it anymore. I don't care what people say. I will drop you like a hot potato. That's just how I feel, Mr. Moore. Hey, Blue, I miss you. My brother Blue in the building. What's going on? I appreciate you coming in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. I think I got mods in here. Please drop my Cash App. If y'all want to bless this channel, I appreciate y'all coming in. Hi to my peoples in the chat and outpost. Thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. And if y'all want to bless my channel, let me drop it. You said, hold on, let me read Timex. Don't keep hanging on to the past just because he did it. Doesn't determine your future. You holding on to old baggage. You have to free your mind from the past behaviors of him. That's true, Tommy. But I'm talking about the other way around, and I'm glad Blue in here. You can do that, Tommy. But what if he don't? What if he's still hanging on to that kiss you gave Buddy? You see what I'm saying? Like, what if he's still hanging on to that kiss you gave Buddy? Like, he holding on to the past. You're not. You're ready to move forward because you're more forgiving, but he's not. How do you handle that, Tommy? Like, how would you handle that, Tommy? Like, you can forgive him, but he don't want to forgive you. Hey, Natalia, we do check out first. We do. That's just us. We do. Hey, Miss Gloria, we checks out first. We do. We do. We ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? We just don't. Hey, Vera. Hey, everybody coming in. I'm going on 55 real soon, TC. I look at things different now. So tell me how you look at them. Tell me what you be back in just a short. Okay, okay. Miss Glenn. Okay, Jamaica said, Miss Glenn, I've been through it when I was younger, but the woman I am today, I will not take any disrespect from my husband or anyone for that matter. And that's where I'm at, Jamaica. I'm 53. I don't have time. And this is my thing. I'm more of a communicator now. Like me, I communicate now. So at first I used to be the shutdown type and I just used to ghost you. Like I ain't tell you why I left. I just left, right? But now that I know how to communicate properly, I talk to people when we like in the process of getting to know each other. One of my things that I say that is non-negotiable for me is disrespect. Do not disrespect me. Do not call me out my name. If I'm not yelling at you and I'm not calling you out your name, do not yell at me or call me out my name. That's non-negotiable. You will get the cut off. I don't do it. So why are you doing it? That's how I feel with that. So I agree with you, Jamaica. I just am at an age to where I feel like we got to respect each other. If there's no respect, if you disrespected me, that means there is no respect there. That means that's gonna be if and I forgive you for disrespecting me, that means I feel like you're gonna disrespect me again. That's just the way I feel. That's just the way I feel. Like if you disrespect me once, that means you're gonna feel comfortable disrespecting me again. And I'm not doing it. Nope. Nope, not me. You said great live, love the perspectives. Thank you, Miss Dee Dee. Thank you. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Things I don't hold a weight with me because that not mine, his car, his house, etc. Okay. Yeah, like, yeah, this is mine, I make the money and you got to live up under what I say and do and da 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 da. Da. Yeah, I'm not living like that either. Because I wouldn't make nobody else live like that. I don't care. I just wouldn't do it. Yeah, some women do tolerate more projecting. They do. You said I'm almost 60 and I'm just not doing it. I'm not fixing no broken man. I will just a dog for company. They love you every day. Miss Glenn, you said you would rather just have you a pet. That's it. They greet you at the door. Miss Glenn, I can't with you. Uh, I just can't. But I understand where you coming from, though. Though none of his possessions matter to me, it's only value to me if we get married. Okay. I mean, I understand that. I understand that to me. I understand that. I do. Some men are broken just like women and are looking for moms instead. I gotta read that one. Some men are broken and just look for women and are looking for moms instead of mates. Hmm. I had a guy one time and he was a mom's boy. He was a mom's boy. And it was almost like if I said something to him, like just say for instance, we went to go see her because we used to go see her often. And we would go see her. I could be talking to him and she would answer for him. You know that. Like, she would tell him, like, like she was still washing his clothes. And I was like, well, this was when I was, a little younger, but it was still aggravating. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, like, when we got home, I think he was kind of expecting me to do the things that she did. And I'm like, I'm not your mama. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Why are you outside the kitchen? What does that mean? Brian, what does that mean? Why are you outside the kitchen? Okay, I don't understand that, but okay. Thank you, Mama Three, for dropping my cash app. If y'all want to bless this live, my cash app is pent. Mama Three. Well, it's not pent, but it's here. Mama Three. put my cash app in there. I appreciate you, Mama Three. Hey, Jazzy Jazz, what's going on? I'm so behind in the comments, y'all. I be wanting to talk to all y'all. The break room call TC. You said, let's be real. Who going that? Who going there? Who doing that after 50? Exactly, Tommy. I know I'm not, and I know I'm after 50. So I'm not doing. I'm not doing that. Agree. Cheating is the ultimate form of disrespect. Cheating is the ultimate form of disrespect, but disrespect is the ultimate form of disrespect to me. It is what it is. I feel like, if we got to be calling each other out our names at this day and age, what the age I'm at now, I just couldn't be with nobody like that. I couldn't be with nobody who would get mad and want to call me out my name, because I feel like it's nothing that bad to where you're calling me out my name. That means, Dad, do you really feel like that? Or did you really like that in the first place? You get what I'm saying? Like, you had to be feeling something. You had to be feeling something in the first place in order for you to call me out my name. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. You said just cause we over 50, what am doing with these comments, Ms. Glenn? Well, they haven't experienced any growth. Uh, yeah, this is a wonderful live TC. I will catch the replay at a band booster meeting with my son. Okay, thank you, Jamaica, for coming in. I love you. Thank you for supporting the channel. You said come get you out this formula. Look, sometimes Miss Glenn being here cut up, and I love it, right? Miss Glenn being here cut up. Okay, he gone. I'm glad he gone, because I didn't understand what he was saying, and we ain't got time today. We did enough yesterday. We did enough yesterday with these folks. Like I said, you can't really, people who want to waddle in their own misery, we have to let them. You really have to let people who miserable stay in their misery. If that's what they choose to do, let them stay in their misery. Yeah. Yeah, because yesterday was really uncalled for. That's how I feel. I just feel like basically people just wanted to get involved to say they were involved and really didn't have nothing to do with it. And they're miserable. They're miserable. They're mad, miserable people. They're mad because people over here support genuinely. They don't have that kind of support. They don't really even like each other, as you can see. So yesterday was horrible. You know what I'm saying? For them. It was horrible for them because we didn't lose no sleep over here. We can't help that you don't like us. You don't really even have a reason to like us because you don't know us. So that's what I say about people. Sometimes people will just form or make or have a general dislike for you just because who you are as a person. And sometimes they're wishing they can be a person like you. So that's what they do. That's what they do. Hey, Book, how you doing today? I hope you had a good day. You said, is it safe for a guy over here? Yes, I'm glad you're over here because Blue was just over here. So, look, the question is, why are women more forgiving than men? Now, you can answer that question. Why? Why do it take you longer to forgive a woman? If you with your woman and she make a mistake, or you know what I'm saying, and she's been forgiving you for your mistakes, and pretty much like getting back on track of things once she's forgiven you, but she does one thing out of pocket and you stay mad at her, seem like forever, because if you really into somebody, 2 days could be forever. So why would you not forgive your woman? Why would you not forgive your woman? We did enough yesterday for the rest of the steps. We did enough yesterday for October, November, and December. We had everybody on our neck yesterday, boy. It was almost like we was just setting out in the car. It set it off. Like, why is y'all coming for us for asking this girl why she did what she did? I don't get it. But look, go ahead and answer that question for me. Go ahead and answer that question for me. You can answer it. Hey, Tawana, how y'all doing? Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to share this live, go ahead and share it. You can also bless this live on my Cash App because you know I'm not monetized yet. Once I get my 1,000 subscribers, I think I can try to apply or something like that. So I am going to start coming on regularly. So I'm going to have one scheduled for Thursday. So when I do it on Thursday, I'm building back up the momentum and I'm going to come with some more topics to where I want y'all to be more interactive. Okay. Was that a troll? I guess it was. I don't know how far I'm behind in the comments. Okay, I think I don't caught up. You already know how you guys handle things. Right. So, Nook, since you in here, go ahead and tell me. Why would you not forgive your girl, but you want your girl to always forgive you? No, it's not a new page. See, my page look like a new page. See, that's cause I'm telling you, Miss Amora, if you trying to be a content creator, Miss Amora, I'm telling you, she had you looking at stuff. I took a lot. Miss Amora took a lot of notes. I read it, and then one Sunday I just looked at everything, and now I'm testing everything out. I'm preparing. I'm doing exactly what she said, and it's working out for me. So, money well spent. Money well spent. I love it. I love it. I love anywhere that where I don't mind doing what I want to do for me. So if I have to do something sometime, everything, all information ain't free. All information ain't free. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to try to better yourself in life, sometimes you have to spend money to make money. That's just the rule of thumb. You have to spend money to make money. You do. So the class was not in vain because she was a good teacher. She was very thorough, very detailed. So I'm glad. Did you think this was a new page? And I got a little theme song and everything. I love Miss Amara. I appreciate it, Miss Amara. You said, well, and me and therapy. I have learned to forgive. It's a two-way street. Life too short to be holding on to something in the past. I'm glad you think like that. I'm glad you think like that because a lot of guys don't. Thank you, BM Zazie. Oh my God, thank you. Oh, let them tell a lot of queer people. But thank you for that. But yes, Snook, I'm glad, but every guy don't think like you. Every guy don't think like you. See, you see how you said you had therapy? You had therapy, right? So we talking about a guy who ain't had therapy. We all know how sometimes y'all think a lot, because y'all think in a way to where y'all don't y'all are not y'all it don't y'all not easy to forgive. Y'all not quick to forgive like women. I know we are just general nurturers, so we will forgive y'all over and over and over again. But we can do one little thing. We can probably tell tear edge off the bread and y'all mad at her for a couple days. Why though? Like, why would y'all have that type of mindset? So just think, come out yourself for a minute, Nook, and say you didn't have the therapy. Think of the old Nook. Just for 1 minute. I want you to keep your progress going, but think of the old Nook. And you already know kind of how you thought. So men choose to hold on to things a little bit longer than women. Why? Why? Want she to go? That class was amazing. And I took a class before. You know what I'm saying? And I took a class before, and I'm not saying it wasn't educational, but it really didn't move me nowhere. I took a Morris class and it made me want to be like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going at my steady pace. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? You said, no, oop, boop, boop. Yeah, Tommy. Tommy. I agree. Forgiving is important. If you cheat, I will forgive you for me, but move around. Projecting. That's kind of how I think too. You know what I'm saying? However, he said he passed it. You said nope. He said he passed that. Nah, because I want to hear what a guy has to say about it. Because we already know how we are as women, right? We know that we can be forgiven. Let's just be real, y'all. We don't forget, we don't forgive before. Well, I'm not talking about we don't forgive in the past, the way we think now is different, but we forgiven some no good dudes in the past, and they still did what they did. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't do nothing out of pocket because they weren't gonna forgive us. You said I'm still learning, TC Chronicles. I used to shut down, feel pushed in a corner, revengeful, just evil to my mate. Sweating small things, no more though. Okay. See, that's a good one because he said that, he used to feel revengeful, pushed in a corner, sweating the small stuff. God, with guys, they usually do that, but he just brought a perspective up to me that I wanted to kind of bring into light. I guess because the way guys think, when we do something out of the norm that guys are used to, they do feel pushed in a corner, don't they? So because they feel pushed in a corner, it's not easy for them to forgive. See, I see his side of you too. Because guys don't, of course, we don't think alike. You know what I'm saying? But with him just saying that lets me further know how guys really feel when they feel like they can't forgive us or it's hard for them to forgive us, if that makes any sense. Because we're doing something that they're not used to. They get used to our behavior. They get used to our nurturing. They get used to our forgiveness. They get used to us because we have never changed up how we are. So as soon as we change our behavior, a guy feels pushed in a corner, and then it becomes revengeful. So why is it revengeful? Like why would y'all want to revenge on us? You say yes in the past. I think when you get to a specific age, maturity, and status in life, no room for foolishness. That's how I feel. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, when I get to a certain age, that's why. And then if you have, if you worked on yourself and you, like, just say for instance with me, I do my therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I was a mess. You know what I'm saying? Like I was all over the place. I did think kind of like a guy. I did though. I did though. I'm sorry, y'all, but I still have a little tendencies here and there, but I know how to be my softer self. So if a guy's not allowing me to be my softer self, with also let me keep my independence, because I think I can be submissive, but I also am aggressive. Let me just keep it real. I could be submissive, but you also have to allow me to be me. You know what I'm saying? And by doing that, I know some of my behaviors can be a little aggressive, right? But I'm not going to be to the point to where I'm disrespecting you. You get what I'm saying? So, um, a guy has to be understanding to that. You know what I'm saying? Just like a guy wants you to understand, just say, for instance, his shortcomings or what's going on with him, he has to be equally forgiving. So that's why I keep going back to that. But that's a good point. That's a good thing, what you said, because hey, Lady E, how you doing? You said I didn't know how to handle my emotions and just didn't know I was all over the place myself. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. You know what I'm saying? That's all about growth and maturity. When you can recognize the things that you need to change about yourself to make yourself better, that's all that matters. You said that's me, TC. All day. I'm just telling you, projecting. Um, I just can't. I feel like, with those spaces that we put each other in, should not saying that I'm trying to be equal to my man, you know what I'm saying? But I should be equal to you as far as emotions and our feelings is concerned. You get what I'm saying? But as far as you being able to handle the house and protect me and my feelings and my emotions, I'm going to expect that from my guy. I'm going to expect that from my guy. And that's just keeping it real. You live, you learn. That's right. Thank you, Lady E. I appreciate you coming in here, baby. Thank you, Lady E. But yeah, I just want y'all to know, because I'm going to end it. But I want y'all to know that the reason I feel that we forgive men more is because we are nurturers, just by default. We can understand um, of emotion, more of the emotions that come behind different things as far as being in relationships. That's even in friendship. We're just more nurturing. So we are going to be more forgiving. But in order for us to not find ourselves in a place to where we're feeling neglected, then you have to pair yourself with people who understand you. You have to be more communicative. You have to be more understanding as well. And both of you guys have to be in line with each other. You get what I'm saying? You have to be in line with each other on that. So that rule of thumb of women forgiving men more shouldn't be a rule of thumb at all. Because I feel like in a partnership, in a relationship, I consider them partnerships now. So we have to learn how to work together in our emotions, period. And that's just how I feel. And I want to thank y'all for coming in here, supporting me so much. Y'all just don't know. Thank y'all for participating today. I'm going to have a good topic on Thursday. I'm probably going to do my thumbnail and everything on. Even the more got me hooking up my thumbnails. Y'all need to see. Y'all check out my thumbnails. Amore got me hooking up my thumbnails and all that. So shout out to Miss Amore once again. Thank y'all so much for the support. If y'all want to bless my channel, my Cash App, my Mama 3, my sis just dropped it again for me. Please share this live because someone may want to hear it. Someone may want to hear it. You get what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm going to come back Thursday, probably the same time, because I think I could spend more time with y'all when I'm off work, instead of me trying to rush in a live. I think I want y'all to interact more. I think I want y'all to interact more. You said straight up CC Chronicles, if you're going to become one. And yes, Eunice, yeah, you right, Nook. Yes. Thank you, BMZ. See, this was a great conversation. I loved everybody's comment. Thank y'all so much. I don't know if my thing is lagging on this side. I don't know if it's lagging on this side, on y'all side. But I just want y'all to know how much I appreciate y'all. And I thank y'all for standing with us. I'm just going to say with us, period, on everything. So I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to really do y'all positive affirmations. Do those positive affirmations every day. Every day. You could do the same one every day if you want to, but just make sure it's something, a positive enforcement, so you mentally can be healthy. Okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming